Yo, what's good, y'all? It's your boy Tweedy. Today I'm going to be going over some beef between the Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter community that's kind of brewing up. So, y'all know about the video I made yesterday where it was going over this tournament where it was like Homelander City. Now, here's the thing. Here's the thing that I need to say. So, all these players did not main Homelander, right? Like, I believe three of the players here just went Homelander last second for like the lulz. Like, Akui played mostly Havoc. Kale played Homelander and Lao. Red Nose played mostly Kenshi. Amiki like played Rain and I couldn't even find an Amiki match playing Homelander. It was all Rain and Lu. I believe the only Homelander main on this list is actually Shuletta. And then Kale like played mostly Homelander, I believe. But besides that, like this is they made this graphic for the lulz, right? Like it's not actually like this. But still it was funny, right? Like we were making fun of it, stuff like that. But now Street Fighter players are starting to join in. And you see this guy, he says, I thank myself every day for playing Street Fighter instead of these Weenie Hut Jr. games. And it popped off. It's got a lot of likes. But as you could see, Zombat pointed something out. Mortal Kombat 1 definitely has issues that you could clown at. But when comparing, but using this as your got him tweet ain't it. When Street Fighter 6 had the same exact situation. And this is a tournament, the picture's low res. But TNS won the biggest online tournaments. And it looks like there were 5 Lukes in top 8. And keep in mind, these people actually main Luke. This isn't like they picked Homelander for the lulz in their last match or something like that. Or they used Homelander once out of 20 matches. And then like the TO put it there to be funny. These 5 players actually all main Luke in this tournament. So this was worse. And then I responded, I said, why is it always random bums that say stuff like this? It's never men or taquito punching down, wonder why. And he said, random bums, question mark. Have you not seen Boose's results? He's on Street Fighter League. He's literally beaten men on multiple occasions. And I said, this makes him even more sad. I have 17, I meant to say 17 times the followers playing a Weenie Hut game. Even though he does have results. Guess people don't care about their game as much as he wants. Maybe that's the root of his hate. And that's what I'm starting to theorize. So Street Fighter and Tekken, they're known as like these greater games, stuff like that. But on the platforms that have most of the human population, like compared to other apps like YouTube and TikTok, like they're way bigger than like Twitch. You know what I mean? And Mortal Kombat's way bigger on those platforms. So if you want to be like a huge content creator, have a huge like fan base, Mortal Kombat's the way to go. Even though we're not getting like Evo France stuff like that. So I think that's why like you see Street Fighter players, they'll dunk on like MK and stuff like that. Why don't they dunk on like Samurai Showdown? Samurai Showdown doesn't make it in the tournaments. Samurai Showdown has OP characters. Why don't they dunk on King of Fighters? King of Fighters doesn't always make it into tournaments. King of Fighters looks like it came out on PS2 and it's a brand new 2023 game. You see what I'm saying? Why is it always Mortal Kombat? I think it's like some bitterness. And then I said, and then Nero said, I don't understand what Cloud has to do with this. He's relatively new to top level play, whereas you've been around since MKX is like comparing apples to oranges. Besides that, I think arguing Street Fighter 6 being less popular in MK1's a losing battle. And then I said, YouTubed him and all I got was some streamers smoking and the We Bring the Boom family. So yeah, I got the We Bring the Boom family when I try to Google this guy's or YouTube him. So it's pretty bad, man. Like Street Fighter players, they think they're so popular within their own bubble, but the reality is that Capcom promotes the hell out of the competitive scene, and their scene is still really small in the grand scheme of esports. The NetherRealm doesn't promote our scene at all whatsoever. NetherRealm and WB, like, dude, if we got half the promotion they got, like, y'all see what happens whenever, like, they'll be like, oh, if you go to freaking Twitch, you'll get a Scorpion cameo palette. We'll have 10K the views Street Fighter has that day. And they get stuff like that all the time in Street Fighter. They get nonstop promotion of Capcom Pro Tour. Dude, the Capcom official channel uploaded that Boost guy versus Mena, and it got less views than me talking about Jimmy Dean sausages on Combat League. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, Yeah, like our competitive scene's small, but it's because our reach is small. You know what I mean? Like we don't have the devs and stuff like that talking about the game. The big YouTubers don't talk about the game. But MK is a bigger game than Street Fighter. Like when it comes to real life, you know what I mean? If you go down the street and you ask a fucking grandma in the grocery store looking deciding, oh, am I gonna get Wonder Bread? Am I gonna get whole wheat? If you ask her if you're like, what's a fighting game? She'll be like, Mortal Kombat. You know what I mean? She might say Street Fighter, but most people are gonna say Mortal Kombat. You know what I'm saying? So sit the fuck down. Talking about Weenie Hut Junior games, this and that. And then Poseidon actually made a video going over it, so I want to check that out. Shout out to Poseidon. Everyone go follow him. He runs MK tournaments, and he's a great guy. So let's check out his video. Let's see what points he made. All right. Hold on. I got some rain up in the background. Let me mute that real quick before I turn this on. I always play some rain on the side. It relaxes me. It makes me chill whenever I'm going at people on Twitter, you know?
Poseidon. And in this video, I wanted to talk about this top 8 graphic, this tournament that I helped run with Shirai Ryu TV, where there's me and a couple other people that run Shirai Ryu TV. And we ran this tournament on Sunday. And as you can see, there were 5 Homelanders in top 8. And this graphic has sparked a lot of controversy throughout the, not only the Mortal Kombat community, but throughout the FGC, as we'll get to in a moment. A lot of people, as you can see, 294 retweets, and a lot of those were quote retweets. A lot of people saying like, oh, this is why I don't play MK1, oh, this meta is broken, nerf Homelander, kind of, talking about these things, whether they don't like the meta.
Dude, another thing is a lot of those comments in like the Boosie tweet and stuff like that. Is his name Boosie or Boos? I don't know. Either way, I don't know. All I get when I Google him is, do I want a chicken baker, double chunk chocolate cookie? But either way, they were like, I hate Homelander because of his zoning. Dude, Homelander isn't even a zoner, bro. It's like people don't even know what they're talking about. They just like to blindly hate on MK. They'll be like, man, Homelander's laser zoning is so OP. That's why I quit playing that Mickey Mouse game. Bro, if you can't get in on Homelander's zoning, you are not a good fighting game player, bro. Because his zoning is not good. He's a rush down mix up character. Yes, he has a laser projectile, but it is not a good projectile. Like you are not good at fighting games. Like, stop trying to be the big bro. You're the little bro.
Why they're not playing anymore, or why Homelander needs to be nerfed. That was most of them. And like I said, it's inspired. It was going around the MK community, and then it kind of started getting into other communities, people who play other games, and kind of what sparked me to make this video is this tweet right here named by a guy named Boost. Supposedly he's a big name in the Street Fighter community, and he said, I thank myself every day for playing Street Fighter instead of these Weenie Hut Junior games. So definitely a little shade on the MK community, talking about a little Street Fighter superiority here. Street Fighter's better, MK sucks, MK's Weenie Hut Junior, I play the superior game, blah, blah, blah. And this obviously got a huge amount of traction, 487 retweets, over 6,000 likes, over 300 bookmarks. Like, this is a pretty viral post, especially when you think of things in the fighting game community. And which kind of goes to show that a lot of people are kind of liking this and digging this. And a big thing that kind of generated from this is, oh, this guy plays Street Fighter, he's dunking on this top 8 graphic. And it's not like this is incredibly common. This just kind of happened in one tournament. There are Street Fighters, there are Homelanders here and there, but they aren't like running rampant. It's not like people are picking Homelander and getting carried to W after W. Homelanders aren't just wrecking every single Mortal Kombat tournament. So like,
also, here's another thing that Poseidon's leaving out. So the way Shirai Ryu works, it works like Champions of the Realm. So if you win a tournament, you can't play in another one. You got to wait till the finale. So if you win, you secured a finale spot. This was the 5th Shirai Ryu. I'm not sure about all 5 or all 4 of the previous ones, but the first 2 were not won by Homelander. The first one was won by Johnny, Get Wrecked. The second one, I believe, was won by Havoc. Like, Homelander's not running the game like that. Like, this was just a one-time thing where Homelander is top tier, maybe top 1. It's him or Havoc. But, like, top 8s aren't like this, you know what I mean? This top 8 wasn't even like this. I dare you to go find a... Y'all saw when I made that video yesterday. we were skimming through. I was trying to find a Homelander match, and it wasn't easy. It was like Rain versus Lau and Lau versus Homelander. This screenshot, it was like mainly for the lulz. Like 3 out of these 5 players mostly played other characters.
There's a lot of people in the MK community have kind of clapped back, showing this graphic of a TNS that happened that has.
Whereas with this tourney, these 5 players actually hard main Luke in this tourney. It wasn't like for the lulz, you know?
5 Lukes in it, same amount of Lukes in this bracket as Homelander in the Strawberry Sunday that just happened. And what's crazy about that is if we look at Strawberry Sundays, that had 55 entrances. So this isn't a huge base. Like I said, this wasn't even the biggest tournament on Sunday that happened a couple days ago. But you look at this, 172 people entered this Street Fighter tournament. TNS is a huge organization. This was probably the biggest Street Fighter tournament that night, if I had to guess. I'm not 100% sure. You can correct me if I'm wrong. But that is a lot of people. That's about 3 times bigger. No, it's over 3 times bigger than the Shirarayu Sunday that happened with the same amount of people playing this, probably top 1 or top tier character. There's a debate that Homelander isn't even the best character in MK. I'm sure at this time there was a debate where Luke wasn't even the best character in Street Fighter. Probably Homelander, probably Luke at this time. But some people argue, well, Poseidon, Homelander was in top 4. Homelander was in top 4 of Survivor Sundays that just happened. This had 5 Lukes, but Luke didn't even win. Marissa won, and it was someone who got 2nd, 3rd, 5th, and 7th, not even 4th place either. When everyone played Homelander in the top 4, it was all Homelander. And the thing is although all the people that were in the graphic did play Homelander, only one of them was a solo Homelander, and that was Chuleta, who got 7th place. For everyone else, they have a recorded set. So not only a set that they played in the bracket, but a recorded stream set of them playing someone else at least at some point. So you look at this set right here. We got Almighty Red Nose versus Pulse. Red Nose actually went on to win. Oh, Plus, not Pulse, Plus. And Red Nose went on to win this set with Kenshi. So wasn't even playing Homelander in this set. Actually used Kenshi to counterpick and win this set. So no Homelander in this set.
Yeah, so like I said, when I made that video yesterday, I was scrolling through it, and I was like, where is the Homelander? I saw this graphic. I was expecting every set to be Homelander. I was actually struggling to find Homelander. The full set we went over yesterday, the grand finals, there was only like 1 or 2 Homelander matches. It was mostly like half the set was Lau Havoc, and then it was like Lau Homelander. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Whereas like whenever it was like those Luke tournaments in Street Fighter, they were just playing Luke. You know what I mean? Well, Minna would play like Blanca as well, but the other players would just play Luke. And then Street Fighter, whenever Leroy was all crazy, people were just playing Leroy. With Tekken. But Tekken's cool though. I fuck with Tekken. I don't want to throw shade. Street Fighter is lame, bro. Street Fighter looks like an indie game. Number 1, they released the game with 12 characters and make you pay DLC for like 80% of the cast. The theme song of the game is garbage cringe. You know what I'm saying? Like the reason Street Fighter is still so popular is because it's so like legacied in. Like people played it growing up and stuff like that. There's nothing cool about Street Fighter. Nothing. You know what I mean? Street Fighter's fucking whack. So if y'all Street Fighter heads want to come at MK, I'm down to talk some shit because y'all's game is fucking whack. Capcom literally supports the hell out of your guys' competitive scene, and you're still not a big esport at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, at least Tekken is cool. Even though they had Leroy and stuff like that, at least Tekken's cool. This Street Fighter's fucking whack, bro. Don't talk shit about Mortal Kombat. Yeah, y'all are at Evo France. Fucking good job. Your developer nonstop promotes the competitive scene, and y'all are barely an esport that exists. You know what I'm saying? So sit the fuck down.
Play Homelander for most of the tournament, though. I won't take that away from them. But it's not like it was all solo Homelander. In this set, we see Online Kale play Kung Lao against Dexy Dog. Dexy Dog won week 3 of the North America West Pro competition. So Dexy Dog, no slouch. Online Kale playing Kung Lao, a recently nerfed character, not even on a lot of players' radars. Playing Kung Lao in this set, wins it over Dexy Dog 3-0. Amaki, another person on the top 8 graphic playing Homelander, also played Liu Kang in this set. They also played Rain. I probably could have put Homelander, Rain, or Liu Kang on the graphic. He played Homelander first on stream, so I went with the Homelander. But he probably could have been Liu Kang or Rain, and it wouldn't have been a lie. It wouldn't have been a lie either way. Played a lot of other characters throughout the tournament. El Kukoi in this set against Almighty Red Nose in Losers Finals to go and make Grand Finals wins the set playing Havoc, although Havoc's still a very strong character. Koi did play Homelander for most of the tournament. He still played other characters. So all these people besides one who made top 8 with Homelander and placed in this bracket and got on the graphic did play someone else throughout the tournament except for one, and that person got the lowest placement of all the Homelanders in the top 8. And they didn't even get a set on stream. Although, shout out to Shuletta, very good player. And even Shuletta was someone who was talking about the boys and how much they liked the boys before MK1 even came out. So, someone who planned on maining Homelander beforehand, but, I digress. But if we want to go and we're going to look at that Street Fighter tournament that we were talking about right here, and we'll get to the other graphic.
Let's check it out. Let's see.
In a moment. But we'll look at, let's pull up this bracket. So we go, to handy dandy YouTube. We look up TNS Street Fighter 6, number 29. No, that I'm not faking anything. Number 29. And we can see that you look throughout this, and these people that made top 8 with, these characters, Chris, Noah, Kaiser, Zach in the Box, Joe, Umarogan, all played Luke throughout the entire tournament. They didn't name, these are all solo Luke mains. And of course I get a commercial. So we'll
bro, like Amaki, he doesn't even play Homelander. He literally went Homelander in the last match of his last set for the lulz. And then they listed that as his only character. Whereas in these tournaments they're like all Luke. Those people only played Luke. You know what I'm saying? So it's just funny because Street Fighter players, they want to use this to dunk on us when this didn't even really happen. This whole Homelander only turn, it didn't even really happen if you watch the tourney. But a tournament where 5 Lukes were in top 8 actually happened. You know what I mean? So they're trying to shit on us for something that didn't even happen in the scene. It was just for the lulz. When the thing that didn't actually happen that would be so crazy if it did and so memeable actually happened in their scene. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, bro. No wonder whenever I try to Google the non-goats in Street Fighter, I get, here comes the boom. We bring the boom to you. You know what I'm saying? They don't even come up.
They played Luke through the whole time. They didn't switch off other characters. Chris right here, Luke, Noah right here, Luke. Joe Rogan versus Kaiser, Luke Mirror, both playing Luke the whole time. Zach in the Box right here playing Luke. They didn't switch off these characters. These were 5 solo Lukes. So if we're trying to draw which one was more egregious, this Survivor Sunday that had 5 Homelanders in top 8, or this TNS that had 5 Lukes in top 8, this tournament had 3 times the amount of entrances as the Mortal Kombat 1 Survivor Sunday tournament that just happened, and all 5 of the people that made the top 8 with this one character, Luke, were all solo Lukes playing Luke exclusively throughout the entire bracket. So that is significantly different. And it just kind of goes to show that, if there's an opportunity to kind of jab at the Mortal Kombat community, people will take it, even if it's off kilter, and people aren't going to go in, they aren't going to research, they aren't going to look for it, and people don't even seem to care if you do or if you research it. And, I guess that's fine. It's, it's more about what is interesting and not so much what is factual that kind of gets around and gets kind of spread as information when it's not real information. And you can even see, this is a big TNS tournament, and at EVO Japan 2020, there was 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2. So basically 5 Leroys in top 8. And this is EVO Japan. This isn't some online bracket. This isn't some small tournament. And games aren't above this. Even
see, I gotta stop them here. Tekken's cool. You know what I'm saying? They messed up. They messed up with Leroy's release, but I like Tekken. I'm not gonna shit on them. But Street Fighter, and then you compare the characters. Homelander, one of the most badass villains in a show right now, and then you got Luke, some cringe fucking new character. I'm Luke, you know what I mean? No wonder the fighting game community is so small, because our flagship competitive game is this cringe, like indie looking game where they release 12 characters at release and make you buy everyone else later. No wonder the FGC is so small, bro. Like, dude, I'm telling you, let WB and NRS promote the NRS scene the way Capcom promotes the Street Fighter scene, and we would be like literally 10 times the size. Like, y'all see what happens whenever they're like, oh, if you go to Twitch, you'll get a Sector cameo palette. You know what I mean? Like, you see the power of Mortal Kombat. So, be thankful that y'all can pretend you're the big dogs because of your competitive support from your devs. But, the reality is the reality. We see the bitterness. We know why it's there. And sit the fuck down. Did Poseidon talk about anything else? Because I don't really want to shit on Tekken. But yeah, go, because Tekken's actually cool. But yeah, go check out Poseidon, y'all. Appreciate everyone. Much love.